Gang, the Stay Trashy Tour is coming to a city near you. Stand-up comedy, plus we play a little AYG with the crowd.
Shows are selling out, and you can get your tickets at rugarbage.com. See you there.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's new favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
Take two.
It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find it if they're good to be classy.
Yeah.
If they're just a big old piece of trash.
Garbage.
I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in the new edition. She's in the kitchen whipping up a hot meal for the boys. Meatloaf sandwiches tonight.
Okay.
With a cold glass of milk.
Okay.
She's a whiz in that kitchen.
Sure.
Whether it's that or the meth, she does a really good job.
Shout out to Blue Magic.
My co-host is coming at you from across the table. The body surfing king of Wildwood, New Jersey. Let's go.
Back to claim the crown.
KJ, Kevin James Ryan.
What up, gang? Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, pal.
As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. As you know, those numbers are
Twitter up.
cooking. Then obviously the greatest website of all time. Well over 10,000 subscribers over
Love
there.
yous.
Patreon.com/RUGarbageGang. We're closing in on the Ireland trip. We're fucking cranking out a bajillion hours of content over there. And
Back to the old country.
back to the old country. Tootie's taking the boys back home, baby.
I might shed a tear over there, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy's getting real sentimental at the top of the show.
Get a hooker to kick me in the nuts.
That's fucking peg me. Then obviously the second greatest website of all time, www.rugarbage.com, gang.
Mm-hmm.
You go over there, you get every tickets available for the live shows on the Stay Trashy Tour for the fall and winter. Those tickets are moving, gang.
And T-shirts.
And T-shirts.
Zippo style lighters.
Better believe it.
They work.
That's in parentheses, but legally they sent us a cease and desist. We aren't allowed to call them Zippos anymore. Zippo style lighters. But get tickets to the tour, gang. It's a good time.
Come out and see us, gang. We love you. And how about a nice quick shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the Magic Man, makes us all look good, works the ones and twos, crosses the T's and dots the I's. Give it up for T-Bone McScruffins.
Mm-hmm.
It's Toby McMullen, everybody.
Ooh.
What up, boys?
Thomas.
What up,
is my
T-Bone?
man.
I cannot wait to go to Ireland, dude. Get Foley in one of those little Newsies caps, a jacket with an elbow patch. He's crying. He's never seen so many potatoes. It'll be amazing.
You're Scotch.
Yes,
We're
sir.
going to rough you up when
Yeah,
you're over there.
Fucking have you in a headlock the whole time,
Yeah.
giving you nuggies.
This guy ain't one of us.
If you think I'm not making you wear a kilt over there, you're nuts.
Yeah.
That's happening. With that big old wee-wee hanging out the bottom.
I may still have one.
Fucking T-bone hanging brain.
Really? Why did you have one to begin with?
My folks love that shit. They had one for my dad has one. My
I
brother
could
has
see
one.
Dr. D rolling around one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Free balling it.
He's
real,
got
real Tootsie weekend.
His PhD's from the University of Aberdeen, Scotland.
Ah, yes, sir.
He loves the regalia, dude. He's got the long scarf, the big robe, the kilt with his balls out.
Big
He's all
beans
about it.
for breakfast.
Oh, my God, the Pete.
I want to go in the fall, if we can. I want it to be cold over there. I want to do the gear, do the wool sweater and the cabbie hat.
Basketball shorts. Pair of flip-flops.
Pair of Celtic shorts.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to go in
I don't
it's
know. Well, we got to
chilly.
see when we're going to hit the goal, and then we then have to carve out time to get over there. That ain't no fucking hopscotch. That ain't Wildwood, New Jersey. There's customs involved. There's flights. There's layovers.
I want cold. I want the rain and the sheep and the green grass.
It rains almost every day over there.
Ah.
Yes.
Dublin, right?
Isn't it? I think the plan is to hit every major city.
Can we stay in the country a little bit?
Yeah, of course.
Nice. Maybe rent like a little farmhouse.
I don't know
I
about
could
that.
do some writing. Get my memoirs in order.
Write a couple of tooties. Hi, she's up there cooking dinner, gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be. I haven't really thought about that. It kind of hit me.
They were closing in on. I mean, we're like 1,000, or not that far away from hitting the goal there.
Yeah, I mean that was always something. We never went when I was a kid.
Either did we. I went over drinking with
This is bigger than
my buddy.
Disney from sentimentally for me.
Oh yeah.
And my uncle used to always tease me. He'd be like, when I was a kid, he'd be like, "You gonna go back?" And I'm like, "Go back where?" He'd be like,
Yeah,
"Back to the old country."
I hate that because they're not from there.
But they went.
Yeah, but they went because
He's busting my balls. Take it easy. Don't you say nothing about my Uncle Key.
Yeah, okay. Oh man, Foley's in his bag. He was just googling psychiatrist.
Baby. Kid's losing it.
No, but I mean, my family does it too. It's a thing of like, it's so distant of who came over.
Sure.
To be like back to the old country, like you have some sort of real connection to it.
I know when my great grandfather came over. William Foley was the first one to come over. He came over and fought in the Spanish-American War.
And we didn't want him back.
You can stay there, you know.
Thank God he's gone.
Yeah.
When was the Spanish-American War? Can you give me a goog on that? I want to say it was 1830, something like that. That's when he came over.
1898.
97.
19. It was the millennium.
Back to the Future had just come out.
Did a bunch of dudes on horses singing Bob?
But I don't get that because.
Wait, hold on. When was it?
1898.
Yeah, that's when he came over. He was the first. I don't know if his wife was already here or not. They settled in Germantown, in Wilkes-Barre. It was a neighborhood.
Sure.
In Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, even the Irish didn't want them. Had to go to fucking Germantown.
There's always a Germantown everywhere.
Yeah, it was named. That's where all the Germans lived.
I wonder why they lived over there.
It's fucking. When you came over here, you had to stick together. Nobody talked the language. You got your job.
No, I want to know why my Irish family moved in there.
Because he's a fucking turncoat, probably. That's why he's probably giving secrets away on how to make mashed potatoes or something.
Nah, I heard about the schnitzel.
Yeah, fucking family full of rats, all of you.
Likes a good sauerkraut.
But yeah, my family does. We don't have that huge connection of like back to the old country, but like everybody has made the play.
We don't, but we do.
You
know what I mean?
I know.
You know how we are.
The old country means like your nana went there. That ain't the case.
I worked at Irish.
Bunch of fucking horse thieves.
I worked at an Irish bar when I first moved up here. Any of the Irish guys that came over hated my guts.
Yeah.
They couldn't stand me. You know what I
probably
mean?
giving them the wrong change back and stuff at the bar.
Yeah, you're all perked up in a Bennigan's. This guy's trying to get a goddamn Budweiser.
They thought I was a huge pussy. And they were right. But we have an effect, like, I always bought the colada rings. My mom has a colada ring.
I mean, I get the Irish. To me, it's from a very Irish-American family. That to have Irish-American culture is different than Irish culture, I would argue.
Sure.
Same as Italian-American culture is way different. The Italians hate the Italian-Americans. Fucking stunades. They fucking. I've seen The Sopranos. They fucking hate those guinea bass. But Irish-American culture is
Cavadore, buongiorno.
Yeah, Irish-American culture is what
Yeah.
is what we know.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all about it.
Boy's gonna pull up in a green and white Cat in the Hat hat.
I see a Dr. Seuss hat on. Kiss me, I'm Irish shirt. Shamrock sunglasses.
I'd get the shit beat out of me.
Yeah.
Hey, man, can you heat this beer up a little more? Jesus Christ.
Got nothing cold back there? What are you doing? Yeah.
Good stuff.
I got something I wanted to get.
What do you got
I get
to kick off this family episode?
Get the crew's take on here because this has been at the moment I'm carless. I got no wheels. Got no way to get around. I was going down to visit my ma last week, and I couldn't get a fucking rental car in New York City. I had no wheels to get anywhere, which has been a long time. I've had a car for the past, handful of years in the city. Not being able to maneuver or get to where you want to go is a rude awakening.
Helpless.
I'm out here with my dick in my hand.
I mean, you could always rent one. You could hop the train. But if shit went down, you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble. I'd fucking throw on my pair of rollerblades and get right over that GWB.
That's true. That's the move.
But
unless they blow it, then you're fucked.
Well, then
we're
we
all
all
fucked.
are. Yeah, I don't fucking care. I'm going to get a slice from the fucking pizza place. Relax a little bit.
Man, if they're
get my hands on a flatbread.
If they're blowing the bridges,
I would have the most epic relapse, dude.
Oh yeah.
Before the last piece of concrete hit that water, I'd have a Miller High Life and a John J. moment.
Two cutties and a tall boy.
That ain't some shit they tell you on the news beforehand.
No, you're like, what are those construction workers doing under the bridge?
Two F-16s just come over. Bing, bing. Oh, fuck. Something happened. I don't know where they did that. They did it in I Am Legend, I think it was, and they blew the bridges.
I forget,
when you're
but yeah.
jammed. Talk about jammed up.
I'm sitting here by myself doing the podcast. Anybody out there? Is there anybody? I'll be at Aunt Tootie's house every day from sunup to sundown.
Man. Because
The fucking monsters get you.
Yeah, you jammed up.
So I tried to rent a car, but I couldn't get my hands on anything in New York. Anything relatively close to me.
Isn't it funny how...
I'd be having to go to the... I'm not going to the airport to rent a car.
No.
That's bad. I'm not going to the airport unless I'm flying.
It's funny the surge times on that shit. Like, there's a lot of times in New York where you can't get a hotel room. Because
Yeah.
everything's sold out.
Yeah, it's
on
weird.
like a Wednesday, everything's sold out.
Well, I think because in New York now, it was the weekend. Everybody who lives in New York that doesn't have a car, they rent a car. They go to the island. They go visit their parents. They
What
go down
happened
the
to
shore.
Zipcar? Did they tank?
No, I think they're still banging.
Yeah.
I just don't have an account, and then you got to set up the account. I was looking at Toro, which is the dirtbag fucking car rental program, which I belong to.
You and your girl riding a Revel scooter.
Which for a long time, the only way I could get a
Like
car,
Harry and Lloyd.
the only time I could get a car was from Toro, which
I
is
remember.
the Airbnb for your car. People just lend you their car.
Took a couple on the early days of the tour.
Early days
Keep
of-
It Moving tour.
They keep it moving toward the early days of AYG. I didn't
bullet
have.
in the dash door.
Yeah, we did find a shell casing in the car. I couldn't
And a Russian Nissan.
None of us had credit cards to rent a car. I had to put it on my debit card, but a lot of places won't rent you a credit card.
Yeah.
Or rent you a car without a debit card.
Yeah, at that time,
Especially when you're returning in a different city.
none of us we had $0, and none of us had a credit card.
Yeah. That all checks out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You didn't have one either, did you?
Still don't.
Yeah. We landed in I
Yeah,
remember
you do. You have a credit card.
Oh, I was thinking license.
Oh, yeah.
I remember being in Chicago, walking in to rent a car, and then having to turn around and walk out and be like, well, what the fuck are we going to do now, dude? I was like,
Start a mic here or something.
I remember you had a credit card for like $400, and I was going to have to we were going to have to overpay your bill
Yeah.
to free up enough credit so
Yeah.
we could rent the car for like $500 or whatever.
Just going, I know why they call it Hurts.
Buddy, walking
That's
out
what
of there.
Capital One started me out with $500. That's what they gave me.
Yeah. Look
And
at
they
that.
turned their back on me.
That's all I can do. So
Now I got 3 G's in there.
that ain't bad.
It's all right.
That ain't bad.
But most adults, their credit limit's like 20 grand.
You know mine, right?
Yeah, but
But what?
you had that attached to the business. You flubbed that a little. You told them you were a baseball player.
I may or may not have lied about my annual income pre-tax negotiations. Yeah, but they juiced me. I linked it. I signed with Delta, so I think they were giving it away.
Mm-hmm.
They got their hooks in me. I can't even look at another airline. fucking shut me down. Put me on a no-fly list if I even think about buying a fucking United ticket.
Ah, man.
Mm.
You get real tight with your carrier. I look at like American and United. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they know how to keep you because now, I'm high up there ranked. I come up and get thanked personally on every flight. We want to thank you for flying with us, Mr. Ryan.
Look at you.
Get a little handwritten note from the flight attendant. Makes you feel warm and cozy. I ain't doing that on Spirit. Fucking the bell rings, the next thing you know, you're in a 3-round fight. That's the only thing they do. I want a clean fight. You're like, what the fuck?
All right, you're in an exit row, and do you have hands?
You're about to catch them. Hey, listen, if a fight breaks out, can you handle yourself? Instead of are you willing and able to help? Hey, listen, shit goes down. Can I count on you?
Instead of handing out the sandy wipes, they just go around handing out weapons.
The Wi-Fi's out, and the dude in 3B's trying to catch a fade.
Yeah,
The Wi-Fi on the airplane is garbage.
sure.
That's a scam.
Well, it doesn't really let you load. You can text and check emails, but it doesn't really let you load.
Where's the
social media
Neuralink
apps.
or whatever Elon's working on?
I think that's going to
Starlink.
drop, yeah. But they'll probably fucking block that so you can't pay, so you can't use that and you have to buy theirs.
They want that cash that much, the $10.
Dude,
They
think
got to
about-
squeeze you.
Think about how many people buy that a day. Think about how many flights there are. It's a
Crazy.
lot of fucking cash at the end of the year.
That air travel's getting real suspect, too. A lot of turbulence, a lot of fucking cancellations, a lot of jam-ups. I just watched a British Airways flight that had to
Okay.
land and then take off
That happens a lot, I feel, though.
because of the wind.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit in my pants.
Sure. That's just one of those things, if it's happening, you just got to go, hey, fucking, whew, I trust you, baby. Let's
Just keep
do it.
watching Catch Me If You Can.
Keep that Wi-Fi going. I'll be all right. So I'm trying to get out of the city. I ain't got no fucking wheels. I can't rent a car.
Got to see the piece.
I ain't going to fucking JFK to get a car, then fighting all the way back
Nah.
across the city to get to Philadelphia to see my ma.
They got plenty out there, though.
So we a friend in a building let us borrow their car, which amazing guy was like, borrow the car anytime you want. I know you're jammed up. That's not me. I don't like doing that. I don't like favors.
Somebody else's car.
I'd rather spend $70,000 for a zip car.
It's like sharing a condom. That is.
What are you and your buddies doing? Jesus Christ.
Jammed up.
Yeah, it's not a great feeling.
It's very, let me say, it's unfamiliar.
I mean, as not a kid, as a teenager, if you're driving anybody's car, hey, Bill's too drunk, you're driving, whatever, you know what I mean?
It would have to be Paul Verzi level cleanliness in the car. Like it almost look new for it to not feel weird. Because it's always, there's a little, there's this, there's that, there's a smell.
I got to be honest, fantastic.
Kept it tight, okay.
Very clean car.
What kind of whip?
Lexus.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
But now you're in this guy's pocket.
SUV?
Which Lexus SUV. Nice ride.
Plus, now you got the hot car.
I got the hot whipping around.
He's going to be hitting you up.
Yeah, I got a hot date.
Yeah.
Wife swapping.
Okay. Yikes.
I'm in with the cars.
Sure.
Jesus.
Me and T-Bone are thinking dirty today.
Yeah,
No,
right?
I wasn't.
Fucking switching wives, condoms. What are you two doing when I'm away?
It's a metaphor, man.
No, that was a statement. So now I just also always that you're just it just makes things icky of like, what if something happens? How far are you going? Tolls, because now I'm driving down there. The bridge alone's $16.
He's got the easy pass.
So we don't know. So I text him. I'm like, coming up. I don't see it, but then he ended up. He's like, I got the easy pass. You're good. So, but you rack up. It's like $40 up and back.
Well, yeah, you give him that.
I know, but then he doesn't want to take it at the. You know what I mean?
No.
So I know, no, but he's going, no, I'm not taking. So hold on. So so there's that. It's just messy.
Thanks for the ride. You're wanted in 9 counties.
Hey, stay out of Jersey, will you?
Don't look in the wheel well for a couple of months.
So
that deer's blood was already on the car when I took it.
your headlights were missing, right? This thing didn't have a catalytic
But
converter.
adults, though, not
What?
crazy people like us, but adults know that, one, as you're allowed to have somebody drive your car on like a 1 or 2 time basis, it's still covered. If anything happens, God forbid, insurance takes care of it. Takes care of it.
Yeah, of course, but it's still like dude, it's pouring rain.
Ooh.
It's a fucking soon.
What'd it smell like in there?
I don't know, car. Just regular
Good?
car. Yeah, fine. Good. The car was perfect. Very clean. He even did the pro thing of it was very nice. He even made a joke about it. We were like, hey, we set it up, and then he's like, all right, I'm actually parked right out front. I'll meet you out front in 5 minutes. So we go down, and he's got it already. He's in it because it's raining. I guess he would have.
He's revving the engine.
You like what you see? And he just opened the door. We hopped in. It was like a easy. And he's like, hey, the registration's right here in case you need it. I was like, oh, I've never told anybody that when I've lent them my car.
Yeah.
And no one, usually I have to give instructions like, hey, don't put it in park or fucking, she shakes at 45 when you're making a left-hand turn.
Careful, there's no serial number on that gun.
Hey, those beer bottles aren't mine.
Whatever you do, don't open the glove box.
Yeah. So that's, I've never, I don't think I've ever borrowed someone's car. Without instructions of like, be careful, this happens. If it starts beeping, it's okay.
Pulls to the right.
Yeah, like something like that. He was just like, yeah, it's yours. I'm like, what the fuck?
You've had a jam up of jam ups for the last little while, but that really takes the cake.
Yeah. But it's also like...
It's like seeing Superman in his underwear. You're borrowing your neighbor's car?
He's a friend. We're very tight.
Why don't you call me, by the way?
You live too far away.
I would have drove it over there.
And then what?
I would have drove you down there.
Yeah, and then complained the next day the whole time. I fucking drive Kippy down and see his mom.
No.
Yeah, because you won't do a favor and not throw it in someone's face.
Would we have done a nice lunch?
No. I don't want to hang out with you and my mom, the two fucking people who nag me the most.
You got me waiting down in the car like a limo driver. Bring me out a cup of coffee.
You two give me more headaches, I swear. It's like hanging out with your wife and your girlfriend. Who wants to do that? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Let's do nods.
Kev, let's talk about trade coffee.
Trade coffee.
That old coffee in the break room just isn't hitting it for you anymore, is it, gang?
Nope.
You got to do yourself a favor, get the good stuff, and we're talking about Trade Coffee. Trade connects people to the best coffee roasters in the country and ships freshly right to your door.
Yeah, it's basically like a coffee dating app. You find out what you want. They got over 450 coffee options, trades, matching, algorithm. Make sure you and your true love finds each other, baby. And that's some dark roast coffee for Kippy boy.
Love it.
Let me tell you, they're shipping it here every 2 days. I'm getting it. Tootie's hiding the beans. I got to go looking for them.
I like keeping it open. It's like an air freshener. Love the smell of fresh ground
nice
coffee.
little aroma cooking. We got it. Sharp Guy Vinny's making cold brew with it.
He is.
With free shipping, customizable plans, and anytime cancellation, it's easier than ever to discover incredible coffee. If you don't think that could get any better, your coffee is always shipped within 48 hours of being roasted.
Look at that.
That's farm to table type stuff you got.
Burn your
there.
fingers on that by the time it gets there.
Caution, still hot, baby. Get ready for the best coffee of your life with Trade. Go to drinktrade.com/AYG to receive a free bag of coffee with any subscription. Look at that, baby.
Look at that.
That's a free bag of coffee with any Trade subscription at drinktrade.com/AYG or by clicking the link in the show notes. Your next cup of coffee's on it, boys.
There you go.
Do it. We're bringing it back, and there's like I don't want to say there was an issue, but there wasn't an issue. But I was going pretty fast, and I heard like I was like, do you hear that? What's that type thing? And I didn't do anything, but it's like, is it on me? Is it not on me?
What was the noise?
I can't even... I couldn't even, like, pinpoint it. It wasn't constant. It just, like, popped up at one point.
It was mostly smoke, really.
Abort.
You're driving in first gear.
Just fucking...
The RPMs are supposed to be in red, right?
So, it was fine. So now we park it, but, like... We know
how you are with that.
Yeah, so it's like no one parks on that. I mean, they're
What bus lane did you leave it in?
They're taking cars on that block, on the block that we got taken from left and right.
Stealing?
Oh, dude, or they're just taking all the tires. You show up, it's all milk crates.
No kidding,
dude. It's like fucking downtown Beirut.
Look at that. You got 4 milk crates though.
Hey, good for you, pal. There's always a silver lining, I guess, huh? You gonna use those?
What the fuck's going on up there, bro?
Lawless, man.
Where's the popo? What's going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't work for the city. What do I know? The city's falling apart.
Keep your baby in that garage. I'll tell you that.
For sure.
Because they'll be looking for that.
Oh, yeah. With my spinning rims I got on it.
Couple of
The
20.
fucking Lambo doors I throw on this thing.
You get into the hood.
So now, but there's this, so we park it in so we give him the keys back, and I was like, hey man, here's $40 for tolls, and he's like, that's too much, I'm not taking it. And I'm like, why? But because he's a nice guy, I would do the whatever, but it's just like that him and hauling of like, I'm like, dude, why would you pay for my tolls after you let me borrow your car? I did return with a full tank of gas.
That's what I was gonna ask you, and that's
three quarters.
That's really.
Well, this is what happened.
See, you're gonna yell. You're gonna get mad at me and say, "Oh, you just always like to do this. You wouldn't do this." I have a
line problem. Sure.
No. Yeah, but there's a certain way I would have handled the return of this, and I want to hear how you did it. You're already losing points. The $40 cash.
You don't even know.
And the 3/4 tank of gas.
Well, what's the $40 cash? How else am I supposed to pay him back?
I'll tell you. You tell me how you handled it.
Wait, no. Well, we'll go to the gas. How am I supposed to pay him back? The $40 that's billed to his Easy Pass.
This is what you do. In that moment, I'll take care of the tolls. No, don't worry about it. Thanks, dude. That's so cool of you. Whatever. Here's the key. The next day or that week, all right, you do a bottle of wine. You do something. You come back with a full tank, first of all. Maybe getting it washed, but it was raining. I'll give you that.
You've never done any of this.
See, I knew this was what he was going to do.
Well, dude, I know how you operate. I know
Later
how you operate.
You go back with a
Toby,
nice...
would he ever wash someone's car and give it back to him?
Yeah, I would. I've done that before when I've borrowed somebody's car.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
I'm having fun living in the fantasy. Let's see where this goes.
Sure. I'd be the nicest guy in the world and do everything.
Bottle of wine.
You're trash.
A card with A dinner.
$5 million in there.
Cash.
A 401k that it cashes out early, no penalty.
If you had said I would have dictated these things to be done to my girl and had her execute them.
No, I would take care of that stuff.
Okay, I'll live in this fantasy with you.
Okay, a bottle of wine and a gift certificate to a nice restaurant up there for $100. Plus the tanks coming back.
All right,
full.
that's a jug of Carlo Rossi and a Burger King gift card.
Yeah, okay, sure.
That would be nice.
Sure.
You got a fucking problem with Burger King now?
Sucks ass.
I think for my wedding, you gave me a
crazy.
$15 Target gift card. And
I
you're-
wasn't invited.
but you're giving this guy 14 dinners.
I showed
a
up
full
with
tank of
I showed
gas,
up with a bunch of stuff.
from
You
your
see-
ma.
No, you each got a couple of gift cards. She got
They
some.
were half used, by the way.
The amount was
I
written
mean-
on them in Sharpie.
She got some Rochers.
I'll let you
I know she's
spin this
European.
yarn for the bozos and the homies.
I'm telling you what I would do.
Okay, and I'm telling you, as I know you quite well, I don't think, and this is where we bump heads of things you say. You shit on me for doing things, and in theory, you would do the greatest thing in the world, and I've never seen you do any of it. Is that a fair assessment?
No, I do stuff like that all the time. I never show up to a place empty-handed. I always
Dude,
show up with a
that's-
nice bottle of
That's
wine.
not filling a tank of gas, washing a car, give him a bottle of wine, and a $100 gift card to dinner.
That's what I would do.
Okay, all right,
If anything, just to look cool.
sure,
To flex.
sure.
So 3/4 of a tank.
Well,
you
this is
can't-
what happened. I got it on E, proper E. He goes, it's on E, but you can take it.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I
That's
immediately filled
That's
it
a
up.
faux pas on his part.
Well, it's pouring rain. We asked to borrow his car. That's not a faux
Oh, was it
pas.
like a last-minute thing?
Yeah, it was like, actually, yeah, can we borrow the car?
How did that come up? How did he become aware of that?
I think he offered.
What, the bird was probably telling his wife.
They're in a group chat she's in a group chat with them. Yeah.
Supposed to go see his mom, but he doesn't have a car.
He's a loser.
Oh, yeah, no shit. This guy. Coffee shop. I think we could do a little bit of better than that.
But you got a hot meal.
You need a hot meal. Fargman. Seinfeld. Just so everybody knows.
So, yeah, no, it was last minute. It was very last minute. Because
Gotcha.
I couldn't get a car. Because I was like, we'll just rent a car. And then I couldn't get my hands on a car.
Nothing's really working out for you, is it, Kippy?
This town would eat you up. And
He gives you cash as you're leaving.
puts it in my pocket. You're a good kid. Let me take her out for a nice meal.
Take your mom out for a cup of coffee.
No, so it was very last minute. He goes, yeah, it's on E. You can take it, but it's on E. Like proper on E.
Huh.
And you can't fault the guy for fucking.
No,
yeah,
not at
yeah.
all. I didn't know that was the case.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like, hey, I'm borrowing your car next Tuesday.
I would have gassed it up, though, if you were borrowing mine.
Of course you would have,
I
because you're
would've
the
got it-
nicest,
I
most
would've got it
thoughtful.
washed.
No, you wouldn't
I
have done
would
any
have done
of
it
that.
nice for you.
I don't
keep
think
the
you
car
would've.
pretty clean anyway.
Okay, sure.
I just offered Tommy to take the car.
What?
He was already gone. But
Tommy?
Cassidy.
Okay,
He was going down to Philly, so you should have took mine.
sure.
I didn't really want to give it to him.
I know.
Tommy!
I mean, we live in this world. I'll let you. I'm the only honest one on the gosh darn show here.
Hey!
And Toby. He doesn't have a car.
You're a cheapskate, though.
I'm not a cheapskate.
So why'd you bring it back on 3/4?
Because we filled it up completely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I put like, I don't know, fucking, what's it take to fill an SUV on the fucking Jersey Turnpike?
60, 70?
I think it was more than that. I think it was like 90.
Okay.
So I'm 90 in, and then it was just over 3/4 of a tank.
So you got down there and back on a quarter tank of gas?
Yeah.
Pretty
Not
good.
bad. It's
Yeah.
an hour up and back.
Sure.
I guess it's got good highway. I wasn't driving too fast. Just 10
It's a proper hour.
It's like an hour and 10 or something like that. Yeah.
Man, you're fucking lucky.
Yeah. It's not too far. It ain't too shabby. But then the thing is, we had to park it, and we parked it in.
Denise is charging for parking?
Times are tough down there. No, when we get back to the city, we got to look for parking.
Yeah.
And now we're coming back. It's a Sunday. You're looking for parking. It's a whole thing. And I felt kind of bad, but it was also like I just left it running.
It's on 98th Street on the east side.
You familiar with Hoboken?
Take the ferry. It's nice.
You can use my Metro card if you want.
Bozo.
Why am I a bozo?
You just are.
Why? It's now.
Do you want me to go over the list?
You paint me in this thing, and you paint yourself in another light, which I'll give you for the sense of comedy. But when a rubber hits the road, I know you. All right?
No, I'm very good with that stuff.
With lying, sure. Yeah,
I
you got
care.
it dead to rights. Yeah, but you say that, but that insinuates that I don't care. You're like, I care. which means I don't care when I can.
You didn't force the 40 on him. And
I did give him the 40, you fucking idiot. I said that.
Are you going to get them?
He got I overpaid the tolls. The tolls are probably $31. He got $9 out of me there.
You get change.
He got $8.50 out of me on it.
You got a 5 on you? Can you break this?
Hey, buddy, can you break a 5?
Is there a Coinstar around here?
I had to dig up. Dad took the change out of the cup holder.
Here's a nice pair of gloves too.
It's all pennies left in there. I took all the silver.
I got you an ice scraper from the back seat. Here you go. Give him his tire iron.
That thing was on a donut when you gave it to me.
That'd be funny. You take the car and immediately chop it up. I don't know what happened.
His premium's paid on this, right? No. So luckily we had to pay. So we put it in a Monday morning spot that had to be moved by. So we park it Sunday afternoon. It's got to be moved Monday.
That's his problem, dickhead.
I know, but then you feel bad, and I'm like, me and my wife are like, should we move it? And we're like, hey, he had already taken the keys, and we're like, hey, we'll move it for you. But luckily he's like, no, he's like, it was in a Monday spot when I gave it to you. So he was going to have to move it anyway.
Okay.
But this does raise all those things that I hate. The gas, like, you don't want anybody to feel unwhole, or that, like, I don't like people thinking I'm, like,
that's why you got to go above and beyond.
Sure. I mean, I gave him $75 worth of gas and more money than the tolls were.
So you basically filled his tank up.
Yeah, he gave it to me on, like, proper gas light on. I was like, we crossed the bridge. I'm like, fuck, I have to get a fucking...
So we got a free tank of gas
got a free tank of gas out of it.
No sweat off him. Wasn't using it that day. And $8.50.
That ain't bad.
That's $98.50.
Guy's making money, sitting on the couch.
For $97, I'll sniff some Kippy farts.
I don't think I farted in it.
Did you eat in there?
You're not going to like this. I was keeping this fucking joker up my sleeve.
Spaghetti? What'd you do?
Well, we were coming down Route 1 there,
Uh-huh.
and I had to stop to take a tinky.
Is this on the way back or on the way there?
On the way there.
Didn't you have plans to go to lunch or anything like that with your mom?
Sure.
Okay.
A little appetizer won't kill you.
Hey. Who got you? Tony Luke's?
Tony Luke's?
Yeah, Tony Luke's on Route 1 there.
No. The Golden Arches.
Mickey
I had to stop to take a pee. So the only thing, the gas station's in the middle of New Jersey that's like connected to a Dunkin' Donuts. Looks like a fucking bomb of poop went off. It's not great. Diarrhea grenade. They're fucking real bad, dude. And the guy looks at you real weird on the way in
it's
and
like
out.
A Jersey cream donut in there.
It ain't good. So.
What time of the day is this?
Noonish, 1-ish, something like that. Early afternoon.
Perfect time for a Mickey D stop.
But I was anti. I said, I don't want to eat fast food in this car. You don't do that.
No, you can't.
I mean, but fries ain't a burger. You know what I mean?
Hey, dickhead, give me a 20-piece. Popping those things like Tic Tacs.
We did get a large order of fries. The bird wanted fries. I pushed against it.
That's it? Just fries?
Just fries.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I could never do that.
I'm well aware. Maybe now on the Ozempis you could.
I wouldn't do it.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she was just more like, I haven't had McDonald's fries in probably 3 years. I go, you know what? I don't, it's
How were they?
They were really good.
Yeah, you got good and fresh.
Uh-huh.
But can I ask you this, just a little side note? Let's say you guys are driving, maybe in your own car.
If I ever get
maybe some acquaintance, or you steal a car. You're driving in your car, you're going somewhere, and you do stop. Let's say you stop and get fast food, or you stop and get something on the road, like a sandwich and shit like that. Does she shotgun it for you? Like you're driving, will she like unwrap it?
Yeah, go give me half the sandwich.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Uh-huh.
It's like you feel like a dentist.
Mr. Slurpee, please.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Spreader, Big Mac.
Yeah. Sandwich. I said sandwich.
Yeah. Give me my Coke now, please.
Hand it to me right.
Yeah. So I was anti, but she pushed for it. And
Are you dipping him in anything? Did you get some catchy?
She did catchy. I'm not doing. I'm not dipping in someone else's car while driving in the rain. That ain't happening.
Did you check thoroughly for any loose French fries? Because those McDonald's fries have a way of disappearing. A
You-
couple of them like to wander off.
Man, I remember looking under my mom. I was looking for a lighter in my mom's Sebring convertible back in high school when I was 16. I was looking under the seat. Man, there must have been like 3 fucking small fries under there. You could have filled. It was just fries from
They look like
Wendy's.
the crazy thing is
Burger.
they look like they just came out of the fryer.
They hold. They really
But they're
hold.
hard as diamonds.
Oh yeah. Still got flavor though.
Cut glass with those fuckers.
Let me ask you this. How many cars in America right now have at least one French fry in it?
98%.
You think so?
I would say 60 because you got to account for rental cars.
Vegans, that kind of thing. They're not stopping,
French fries are vegan.
Yeah, but I mean, no one's just, you go there for the burger and a chicken.
Man, you ever see like a parent's car nowadays? With
Oh,
the
yeah,
top, like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
a fucking Toyota Sienna
Mm-hmm.
with the 2 kid seats in the back.
Sure.
Stinks.
Yeah.
Smells like old milk and
Yeah,
goldfish.
rancid shit. Yeah. So,
McDonald's fries aren't vegan. They contain natural beef flavoring.
yeah, probably tallow or whatever,
I hear that stuff's good for your face.
The bird does it.
She does.
Mhm. All over. It smells like I'm fucking making love to gravy.
Wait, turn you on a little bit, huh? Wait.
Babe, I love Thanksgiving.
Does it really smell like beef?
Yeah, it's like beef gel.
Ugh, they can't scent that?
I don't know. The dog loves it. Man, she puts that on
Hey,
as
get
her,
out of here, goddammit.
as her nightly
It's
routine.
my wife.
He starts howling at the moon.
She puts it on before she goes to bed.
All right, I don't know. I don't know the exact facial routine.
Has
but
she said she sees any improvement from it?
I think she claims she does. Yeah.
Because I don't want to get
She
too.
moos a lot.
I don't want to.
Nothing. What are we doing here?
I don't want to get too gross, but one of the things,
But I'll be me.
one of the things that it's really starting to happen with me, as
Covering yourself in bacon grease.
no, as I'm getting older, I have like not even moles. Like you saw that thing on my leg that it's like little elephant skin. I've had them all checked. I go to the dermatologist all the time, but skin tags and like these, they're not mole. They're like I don't know what the fuck they're called. Like just these little like weird things that it's really fucking gross, man. I'm getting like old person skin. And
You're an older gentleman.
and
You're
I
not a
hate
young, spry guy like me and Tebow.
And when I just went to the dermatologist to get this mole taken off, I showed him the things in my back. I have like they're like crocodile scales in my back, and I'm like, there's got to be. He's like, you can scrape them off, but it'd be real painful, and it's not really worth it. He's like, you're just getting older, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want that.
You got barnacles, dude?
Yeah.
There's got to be. I'll show you. It's fucking
like an old ship.
Ugh. I thought it was because I wasn't scrubbing good enough back there, but he's like, nah, scrubbing's not going to take it away. There's no cream that can take it away.
Boom. Dino DNA.
There's got to be some type of diet or something that can clear your skin really good. And a lot of people have been talking about tallow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. She's
Some of
into
the
all
fa-
that stuff.
Some of the Bird's Face products that I use are really good, but you got to really stay on top of that.
Yeah.
I don't like that it smells like beef though.
I mean, it's beef.
Bite my arm. Piece of bread. I can mop it up a little bit.
A little olive oil over here.
Oh, Parmesan cheese.
But that's neither here nor there, gang. We got a gosh darn family episode we got to get
Yes,
into.
we do. Let's do some cues, gang. As you know, when you sign up for the old Patreon, you can have a question read on the air.
Mm-hmm. Enough of the dicking around, baby. This one's from Mr. Neptune 2022. Shout out
Whoa,
to
a
you.
little competition in the building.
Is it garbage to have a 1-year anniversary twice with the same person after being broken up for a while? I don't know if that's one you can celebrate, right?
I don't get it.
You date somebody for 18 months, you have your 1-year anniversary, you break up for 2 years, you get back together, you have another 1-year anniversary.
Sure.
I don't think that doesn't feel right in my natural and as it runs through the processor. 2 1-year anniversaries with the same guy or gal.
Do you? I mean, I would just say anniversary.
Yeah, but there's so we got 2 different days.
Sure.
There's an asterisk on that.
Oh, well, you're telling me they celebrate both of them?
I don't know. They've celebrated 2 1-year anniversaries on 2 different days at some point in your life. That seems a little.
That's got chilies written all over it.
Which I don't mind, by the way.
Not at all.
Yeah. I think for that one, you just start at the next period. This is our 2nd anniversary. Our 3rd. You get past the muddled phase there, right?
Yeah. Never been a big anniversary guy.
I forget a bunch. I should know.
It's a scam, man.
Mine's always right next to my wedding anniversary is right next to
Wedding anniversary, yeah.
But that's
I
right
get
next
that.
to Thanksgiving. Got the beef tallow I want to bring. That's right next to Valentine's Day.
There you go.
So we just lump that all in together.
There you go.
I like Geico.
I give her 3/4 of a tank of
Little bundle?
gas and call it a day.
Try to give it easy pass money. She wouldn't take it.
All right, let's see here. This one's from.
I like Valentine's Day. Just the candy-wise. Home run.
We've talked to you. You just like the candy.
Love the candy.
Yeah.
Love a heart-shaped Dove chocolate. Those things are delicious.
This one's from the Fura Flatbread. Are you garbage if your grandmother freezes milk instead of going to the store to buy it each week?
That's crazy. This has come up on the show before.
Has it?
It's absolutely insane. But I know when I was growing up, a lot of people that had a bunch of kids did it all the time. It's a very grandmom 80s thing to do.
T-Bone, can you get a shelf life on frozen milk?
So I'm doing a little investigative reporting now.
It's fine. It's got to taste a little bit different.
It's got. I mean, an Eggo waffle in there too long gets fucking some bite on it.
Yeah, I recently had to look up, can you freeze cream cheese? And the answer is you can,
You
but
going to Alaska? What are you doing?
it'll be a little sandy.
Real scientist over there, huh?
Yeah. Well, we were trying to get some
Hey, making popsicles? What were you doing?
trying to get some bagels and cream cheese over to Hawaii.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's got to be a company that does that.
Yeah, but they want it like the real New York ones.
I'm sure.
Got a cartel submarine full of Philadelphia.
It's all poppy seed bagels.
Coast Guard banging on the door.
6 months you can keep frozen milk for.
There you go. So
It's got to taste different. It has to.
I would assume
You
so.
would know. I feel like you'd
If
know.
you made me a bowl of fucking Cocoa Pebbles with that and a bowl of Cocoa Pebbles with a regular fucking that week milk, I'll know. I'll have to be able to tell. There's nothing. I just you can't be physically changing the form of something and then it doesn't bounce back.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree.
But I respect it.
Spaghetti sauce is okay. That comes out fine. Sometimes it's even better.
Yes, but it's changed.
Soup is better when
It's
you
changed,
freeze it.
but it all changes.
It doesn't affect the taste, but it does affect the texture. Gross.
Here we go.
Of milk?
Yes.
Nope. You're
And
not changing the
you're,
feel.
You're, listen, I love milk. But you're right there on the line with the texture anyway.
This is crazy. This is saying that the best way to freeze milk is to put it into an ice cube tray, then put that into the frozen cubes into a Ziploc bag, and then store it that way.
Jesus
Got little
Christ.
Milk cubes.
Milk cubes.
Imagine rolling over your buddy's house for a sleepover, and you go to get like breakfast or something in the morning, and they bust out frozen milk.
Hold on.
I would call.
It's not going to work in a milkshake. I've already been thinking about it.
No. The way to get the coldest glass of milk, make milk cubes, get a glass of milk, and put the milk cubes in there.
Oh God, you got the big one. I think it's scotch.
Got a shaven orange in there.
Shaving it up. Ooh, that'd be nice.
A little citrus twist on it.
Yeah, maybe that would be good.
Yeah,
Orange
it's
milk.
like a fucking creamsicle.
Okay, I could see it. in a White Russian.
I'll give you that.
I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give
That's
you
fun.
that.
That's really taken to the next level.
Yeah.
A little non-dairy creamer in there.
A milk cube. Man, I can't. That's actually pretty smart. It's pretty good. That'd be delicious.
Between that and the chopped cheese omelet, I'm really doing some stuff over
You're
here.
doing all right.
Shout out to the chopped cheese omelet.
Kid's working hard over there.
All right, this one's from Foxy Cleopatra. Is it garbage to sit and eat corn on the cob at your desk job? Yeah, it's no fucking good. That's a barbecue only time. Food.
I have to disagree. I don't think it's that trash. It's not like bringing a piece of fish in the office. And I'm sure that was left over from the barbecue the night before. In the summer, in an area where corn is very prevalent, which Pennsylvania it is.
You're making a lot of assumptions. This could be in fucking Boston, Massachusetts, for all you know. You don't know.
Get fresh corn. I'm sure they have corn farms in Boston. You know why I'm saying this? Is because when I was home last, we did corn on the cob, and I didn't have any then. But the next day, I just had 2 cold ears out of the fridge.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was so good.
I'm not saying it ain't good and you can't have
Locally
it.
grown corn.
But at your work, at a desk job, That's the butter's getting all over the keyboard, the phone,
You got the
jamming up the stapler.
You got the two things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on. You can't be gnawing at something at work. That's a different... You be a gentleman, shave it off if you want, which is psychopath behavior to me to begin with.
I think in those office gigs, once you get in there and you get settled, you're no one's really standing on airs, and I respect that. You know, what I
don't
mean?
know. There is a protocol. People obviously step over the line, but there is. That's weird to me. I would never fucking.
I think fish and anything smelly is where the line is.
I mean, that's offensive.
Corn?
Fish.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. You don't got to look at me while I'm eating my corn. Keep your fucking eyes in your cubicle.
No.
I doubt he's walking around the office.
Is it weird to do on a plane?
Eating corn on the cob on a plane?
I would argue it's the same thing. You're around other strangers. There's a courtesy.
No, that's different. I assume this person has their own cubicle.
You're assuming the best case scenario.
What do they work at picnic tables?
I don't know. A lot of cubicles you share with like 4 people. Like you each have a corner. When I was in a cubicle, there was 3 other people, and if someone was eating if there was a guy next to me eating corn on the cob, I would have for sure taken a picture of him and texted you, and we would have made fun of him.
What if it was the summer and it was like after 4th of July?
You eat that shit at home. You have that for dinner when you get home, or breakfast with your ice cube milk, whatever you want to do. Keep it the fuck out of the office. That's what I say.
Ice cube milk and corn.
Sandwiches.
That's not a good way to start the day.
That's farmer breakfast right there,
you
baby.
fall asleep on the drive to work.
There's for sure someone listening to this who paused this to go put milk in their ice cube.
Sure,
tray.
no, totally,
That's
totally.
for sure
If you have, hit us up. Let us know the results.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not trash. It's one of those things. It's weird to me. It just immediately rubs me the wrong way. Like kissing your cousin.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I could see someone doing that on a
Sexy.
mega bus and not really batting an eye at it.
Same thing.
I mean, come on.
Well, then now you're lowering the standard of it's okay to do it on you're assuming people are going to do it on a mega bus, so it has some sort of connotation to it.
People eat their feet on a mega bus.
Man, you ain't lying. I saw a guy take his shirt off one time. VIP. I was going to Boston.
Man.
Said Buddy's just chilling, dude. Getting real comfy-wumpy.
The mega bus days.
Man.
Yikes. I was always scared. Anything could pop off.
Our mega bus days, we took them a lot. Took them a lot to Atlantic City, a lot to Philly, a lot to anytime I went to Boston a handful of times, I took them. The drivers were fucking nuts. They're doing like 90. They're bobbing and weaving. The people on them are fucking crazy. It's like people getting out of town. They just murdered somebody. They're fucking flying under the radar.
I drank a lot of wine out of Gatorade bottles on mega buses.
Yeah, it's a lot of drunk Tobies. Yeah,
Yeah,
pre-sober Toby. It's not a guy you want to be. Take your shirt off for a second. Let me see it. Debo,
Is that you?
Were you going from here to yeah? All right, let's see here. This one's from Cameron. First time, long time. Shout out to you. Is it garbage to use crackers for nachos if you don't have any tortilla chips?
I don't hate it because
He said they would use Ritz a lot,
okay,
which is a great cracker.
Yes, the Foleys. It depends what we're talking about. The Foleys were always big on when my mom made chili. There was no shredded cheese. It was sour cream. You get a little dollop of sour cream and as many crackers as you want. The Crispies, the what are they called? Saltines.
Shout out.
And you could use Ritz too. So I could see that.
Yeah.
I had a couple of Ritz not that long ago.
Fucking blow your fucking hair back.
Buttery.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. That and like a screaming cold Coke from a garage fridge.
Didn't appreciate them when we were kids, really.
I did. I really got.
If it had some peanut butter on it.
For the no, dude. I really at a young age appreciated a saltine. What are we? The Townhouse,
Toll House,
and the fucking
the Club.
I liked the Club. It was all right. They were a little not my cup of tea, but and the fucking Ritz. I would just mulch a fucking sleeve of crackers, mulch them, spray cheese on there.
I was about to say, for the Ritz nacho, I feel like the spray cheese would be the way to go.
That's not bad.
Where you'd run into trouble would be like the beans and the guac.
You'd have to modify.
He had alluded to this being a very high food, so it's like I don't know if they're doing the beans and the guac. I'm assuming it's salsa, cheese,
Okay.
some hot sauce or something.
Yeah, I could see
thrown
that.
on crackers.
My cousin used to.
Call Domino's, dude. What are you doing?
She got me on it for a little bit when I was a kid. Was a Ritz cracker with cream cheese and a little ketchup.
Okay, in my fat kid making food days, that was never. I wasn't getting any of that stuff out.
If I did it now, I would use cocktail sauce.
I remember for a long time making a bowl of Cheese Whiz, throw that in the microwave, and then just have those Townhouse crackers or whatever, and just oh man, burning my mouth, quickly chasing it with a cold Coke, just standing, not even taking it into the TV, like into the living room to watch TV, standing at the counter, just munching it.
Speaking of that, that's another thing the Ozempics is taking away. The bite
Cheese Whiz?
The bite and sip.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody was calling me crazy in a comment or a tag or something. They were like, isn't it nuts that Kevin is a bite and sip guy?
Oh, the
bite and sip all fucking day.
Is the way to go.
You're nuts if you're doing it any other way.
Yeah.
Soft pretzel.
That's what it's all about.
That's what America is, dude.
Yeah.
That's why our forefathers fought for this country, so I could bite and sip.
I'll be turned off by a meal if I have to have water with it.
Well, oh, yeah, I'm just starting to get into that. And you see me when we go out somewhere, if I don't have, I need a fresh Diet Coke
You
drop.
start getting real nervous.
I get real.
Is this guy ever coming back?
It's like the walls are closing in on me, dude.
You go through that first one like a 9-year-old,
well,
too.
I have it timed. So here's my thing. They drive. Hey, we go to a diner on the road or whatever. I get a Diet Coke drop. I do about 75% of that, like a tank of gas. Boom, hit that. Then I know they're coming back to either drop the food or check in or drop something. I go, can I get another Diet Coke? Right as maybe they drop the food. So hopefully he comes right back, drops it, and I got my full meal and a full.
So you
Diet
have
Coke
some bite and sip capability
to start off.
And
hopefully I get the air support comes in.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at.
I don't like when they refill the glass. They never put the ice back in.
They hand you your straw. You're like, what are we doing here? Fucking just give me a new glass. Are you that jammed up back there? There's 4 people in this fucking restaurant.
What are you eating?
Speaking of a diner in my neighborhood, they give you the cans kind of warm.
Hate that.
Which I don't mind. You control your own destiny. You know what I mean?
Bars do that a lot. They'll give you the first one is a fucking screaming cold glass from the fridge. And then the next one, it's like, still got dish soap on it. Kills you.
Couple of suds in there.
Kills you.
Speaking of that, this is from Tom Rogers, $10 homie here. I recently went to a bar back in my hometown of Keene, New Hampshire. Shout out to you.
Yep.
Where I learned this place serves air-fried dinosaur chicken nuggies at the bar.
That's wonderful.
I love that. As you know, I'm a big tender nuggy kind of guy.
As a kid with all that stuff, the French fries that were in the oven, the chicken patties, the chicken nuggets.
Chicken patty really fell off, or just disappeared, I would say.
That was the
Weaver chicken patties.
Oh, my God. That was chicken burgers. That was a staple in our house.
Yeah.
Delicious.
They don't make them that much. You don't really see them.
Mickey D's old school chicken sandwich.
No, but I'm saying for consumers, not at a restaurant or a place.
I'm sure you have. They're just not that popular. I don't know why.
That's what I said. Yeah, they were fucking a chicken patty was everywhere.
Unbelievable.
I ain't never been in no one's house and they break out their CPs on me.
Unbelievable. But I used to always think to myself, man, if I just had a fryer, this would be so much better.
Oh, I never thought of that once in my life because we did have the Fry Daddy growing up, which I've said before. Yeah. Shout out to the Fry. You don't know the Fry Daddy?
I do. It's so dangerous.
Yeah, I did leave the lid on and it plugged in one time, and the lid melted into the.
It's good flavor.
into the fucking Crisco. We also had one with a basket. Fucking, it was great.
That's what oh man,
it was great. I remember me and my brother tried to fry chicken one time, and we didn't batter it. I think we just threw in like frozen chicken. Man,
made a pipe bomb.
Yeah, dude, it was all hands on deck for a couple of minutes there. Yeah, it was. I think we came home. I remember we were working overnights. Fucking doing construction, working overnights, and we got home in the morning, fell asleep, woke up, and we had to be at work in like an hour. So we're like, what can we make? There's no food in the house. Mom's working down the shore, whatever. Like, those summer days where sometimes there was nothing as like the parents get older.
Yeah.
Ain't no food in the house, and we were like trying to make something work. And I remember literally the place almost going up. Fucking frozen food and a fucking.
I used to love making something work.
It's all right. It ain't bad, baby.
Mhm.
All right, let's see here. This is from Jake. Do you put your hand on the wall over the urinal when you're taking a leak? I do it at my house. I lean on the wall like this in my apartment.
Yeah.
Public. I ain't touching nothing in a public bathroom. I don't even wash my hands.
Nah, I don't wash my hands either.
I don't touch anything in a public bathroom.
I'll hit the Purell on the way out if it's there.
If it's there.
Yeah,
Even
but-
then, I'll wait to the one that's like, hopefully I see outside the bathroom.
Mm-mm.
Catch one in the, more common area.
You don't know what that soap is.
I do love
Now,
the
a
smell
nice
of that
nice
soap, though.
bathroom at a nice restaurant, like a nice single bathroom.
That has a nice paper towel.
Usually a candle in there.
I'll
That's
wash
real-
my hands there. That's a treat. That's the
Yeah.
fanciest place I ever been.
Yeah.
But a rest stop or something like that, a bar, I'm not doing it. And I don't like to, but at home, I do really fucking,
You do.
I do rest up, yeah.
Man.
I think it's something I've recently started doing. I never remember doing it. I think it
Hmm.
like in my head, you're like stretched, so there's there's no kinks in the hose. You know
You're
what I
on
mean?
top of that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it. I've gotten into a bad habit over the last few years of standing real far away.
I can tell by the tinkies all over the bathroom here
Yeah.
at Tootie's.
I don't know why.
You gotta get up on that or start sitting down or something.
I got the Ozempies. A couple more months, I'll be all right.
Okay. But get up on it.
Fall in that thing.
NBC Foley. All right, let's see. Let's do two more here, and then we got a Rizzle. This is a big one for fat guys and, skinny guys alike. This is from Jeffrey. Never had one read. Is it garbage to make your own holes in a belt? Which we were just recently talking about.
I just had to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's too tight or too
Because it wasn't tight enough.
You're a skinny mini.
good for you. Yeah.
As a fat guy, I've gone up.
Of course.
Of course. And, dude, it's always when...
It ain't that easy.
No, it is very hard, and it's always the last thing you think of. I'm, getting ready to go to a wedding or something, and it's, that nice dress belt that I haven't touched in fucking 3 years.
Because a knife doesn't do it.
No.
You have
need
to.
you need a torque. You need
You need
torque,
you just
and it's something to come down quick, too.
a screwdriver and a hammer is
Yeah.
how you do it.
Yeah.
On
And
like
it's
a piece of
never-
wood.
You never really gauge it right either. It's never...
And trying to find that thing when you can't see it, holy shit.
Yeah. Shout out to the leather workers of America, because I didn't know it was that hard. You think you just ping pow, poke it in, poke it out.
Well, once you wear it a few times, it really opens up on you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to do it, and it's always that panic. I have I'm have my pants on, I'm getting ready to go to a communion or something, my fancy clothes or whatever, and just I have a pocket knife or something, just fucking trying to cut through, and it's fucking.
I remember going to a wedding a few
Fat
years
ass.
ago. I had
It's fucking mad at myself.
still ate though, didn't you, fatty?
I know, dude. Just being you fucking fat piece of shit. You're always waiting to the last minute.
Ooh, shrimp cocktail.
And it's also I never knew how to buy a belt, so I would go oh, okay, this looks all right.
They don't make no sense.
I think it's your. I think I used to know because when I worked at Macy's, they had to tell me. I think it's your waist plus 2. So if
Two
you're
numbers?
a 38 waist, you go to a 40 or 42.
Okay, that's
I
good
believe
to know.
so.
Yep.
Is that what
Yeah?
it is?
2 inches greater. 32 pants, 34 belt.
Yeah.
I one time went to a wedding and I hadn't worn the suit. It was an old suit. I hadn't worn it in maybe a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
And I put weight on and didn't try it on or nothing like that. And it's hot. I have the shirt tucked in and I'm trying to close the pants and I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
I literally feel I'm starting to feel like I'm having a heart attack. And I can't get them fucking closed.
Yeah.
So I had to keep that open, zip the zipper up and tighten
Tighten
the
the
belt.
belt. And then tuck the shirt and let the shirt hang out over it. I've done that. That is, man, talk about leaving the house with fucking anxiety.
No
Your little
confidence.
fucking stinger flopping out when you're doing the electric slide or something.
That poor zipper, dude, like Spider-Man in front of the
Oh,
train.
man.
Just,
He's doing the job of 3 things. He's doing the belt. He's got the button.
Man.
All keeping your fat ass intact. I
Yeah.
know that. Also, the panic.
I hate suits.
Dude, I was getting ready to go to something that I'm not capable of going to. I'd go buy fucking pants at TJ Maxx for $14.99. I'd eyeball them. They'd be huge or, whatever, or too tight. Or I remember so many times trying to put pants on and being like, oh, this isn't that thing. You're you're not getting there. And I'd be like, all right, I would take them off and see what else I had I'd look through my brothers, my dad, something, trying to find trying to find a solution.
Suit just became a blazer.
With a pair of shorts. And then
Summer.
I'd go back to that pair of pants, being like, let me try again, and like putting those things back on, being like, dude, it ain't fucking happening. I have PTSD of that's why I hate shopping for clothes now.
Hate it. I hate
was
shopping
a fat
for
kid
pants.
sweating in a fitting room with it not buttoning. You look like shit. My wife's like, why don't you like shopping? I'm like, because it just reminds me that I'm a fat piece of shit. I've been a fat piece of shit my whole life.
Fucking traumatized. That's
I
why.
know, fucking in the husky section, and that don't even fit.
Yeah.
My mom's going, how fat are you?
In a hot Sears on a Thursday night.
You know how embarrassing it is? The 34s don't fit? And you're
Oh.
like, what the fuck, lady? Keep your voice down. I'm trying to get laid out.
Patty always brought an audience in, too.
Yeah.
She had like 2-3 customer service reps there, too. She's fucking,
Jam you up.
God damn. I'll hem them.
Oh, man, I remember I got a pair of Lee pipes. I wanted JNCOs. She wouldn't give me JNCOs. I got a pair of Lee pipes, and then she hemmed them. Man, you could barely see the stitch, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Dressed up like a doll.
Looks like Chucky's pants, dude. It was the hemline was so faint you needed
It's chunky.
you needed a fucking microscope to see. You had to get real up on it to see it. I remember being so. She goes, "What? I had them hemmed for you." Man, they were. It was like a pair of floods, dude. They were hanging. They didn't even touch my shoes. But they were real wide, you know? It looked like I was wearing a dress.
Boot cut.
Oh, man, it was bad.
Oh,
We got to wrap it up, gang.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Chucky's pants was all right. Chunky. Chucky's cousin. Gang,
We love yous.
we love you to death. Patreon, thank you for the 10,000.
We love you.
We can't thank you enough. We love you. Come out and see us on the road. We're coming tons of places.
We're coming everywhere.
20, but still.
There's low tickets in most cities. We're not adding shows in all the cities. It just doesn't make sense. We just can't make it work with our schedule. So get your tickets. Don't fucking snooze.
Love to see you out there,
We
gang.
love seeing everybody. It's the best, guys. Thank you so much.
See you next week.
Peace.